Planning Commission meeting of April 22nd, 2024 to order. Barb, can we ask for a roll call?
Mr. Bills? Mr. Foley?
Here?
Mr. Muncy?
Here.
Ms. Pritchett?
Here.
And Ms. Williams?
Here.
I'm going to go ahead and ask the applicant if they would like to make a presentation or have anything to add. Then we'll ask the commission members if they have any questions for staff or the applicant. We'll ask for a motion to open the floor to public comment. Then I'll ask for any public comments in favor or opposition of the application. I'll ask for a motion to close the floor to public comment. We'll ask the applicant if they would like to respond to any of the public comments. And I'll ask if there are any further discussion among commission members. And then we'll proceed to a motion for approval with condition, or disapproval to the request. And then when that's complete, we'll go ahead and ask for a motion to close the meeting. So I think, Barb, with that, Ellen, are you going to go ahead and present the case? Okay, please. Oh, we do. Okay, so we need to do the oath to anybody who's going to go ahead and testify tonight, right? Okay. Okay, thank you. Good, okay. And Elizabeth, will you testify? You don't, okay, all right, okay. Please raise your right hand. Jeff, thanks. It's Jeff, correct? Okay, thanks, Jeff. Do you solemnly swear, and Ellen, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give to this commission is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Ellen, do you want to go ahead and start?
Good evening, everyone. This is case number PC 24-01. It's a parcel number M60-03102-0112, and a parcel that hasn't been created yet, for a total of 4.8715 acres, owned by Kate's Pizza Place, LLC, located in the village of North Clayton, PDD zoning, and part of the final plan modification.
There it goes.
Oh. Application number PC 24-01 for plan modification to a previously approved final development plan, specifically Phase 2 of the Village of North Clayton, received April 4th, 2024. Applicant is Ferguson Construction on behalf of Kate's Pizza Place, LLC, also known as Bella Sorella. Property owners are Kate's Pizza Place, LLC, which is the subject parcel, and Ohio SPV, LLC, which is the parcel to the south. The public notice was printed in the Eaton Register Herald on April 10th, 2024, and letters to property owners within 300 feet of the subject property were postmarked and mailed on April 8th, 2024. Property is located at 1405 Esther Price Way in the village of North Clayton. Parcel numbers are M60-03102-0112, and a parcel that has not been created yet, with a total acreage of 4.8715. The current zoning of the project is PDD, also known as the Planned Development District. Staff reviewed and provided to each Planning Commission member the following documents: affidavits, site plans, and narrative. The applicant desires to purchase 1.0831 acres from M60-03102-0108 and then combine it with M60-03102-0112 for a total of 4.8715 acres. Applicant is working with Kate's Pizza, LLC to build a restaurant, which is in the originally approved Phase 2 portion of the Village of North Clayton Plan Development District. Phase 2 portion of the Village of North Clayton Plan Development District was approved by Clayton City Council on November 17th, 2005. This is the surrounding area. So this is an overview, and you can see the red outline of the two subject parcels. The parcel to the north will be obtaining the just over 1 acres from the parcel to the south. There is a PDD zoning, an RMX zoning, and an RSD surrounding it within the city of Clayton, and then there's a couple areas across the street that are in the city of Inglewood. A more specific area are the two subject parcels. The one to the north is where the restaurant will be located, and the one to the south is where they're obtaining just over an acre of property. Analysis of request. The most recent modification to the final development plan for Phase 2 was PC 23-04, which saw an approved restaurant use instead of a sportsplex use at the location. The applicant will still be required to address all comments provided by city staff and the city's contracted engineering department provided in PC 23-04. The new restaurant, Bella Sorella, plan to use this area to expand their business in the future. They are now moving forward with the purchasing of this extra acreage to have the ability to expand their business in the future. Clayton staff has reviewed the application and have no comments. Clayton's contracted engineering department, the Klingers Group, has reviewed the plans and have no comments on the property line change. Klingers Group will still review the project as a whole as part of PC 23-04 before building begins. The modification request will have no negative impact on the community in terms of traffic, stormwater, or life safety factors. If the property were located outside of a planned development district or PDD, staff would be able to approve the application administratively. The request meets all the requirements of a minor subdivision. The newly configured parcel will continue to meet all the required development standards of the zoning district. Since the property is located within a PDD and the proposed parcel configuration differs from what was originally approved by Clayton City Council, it must come before the Planning Commission and City Council for approval. This is the previously approved final development plan that was approved back in 2005. And this is the subject area, has a red circle around it, which was the original sportsplex use.
Ellen, the property with the red circle around it, is that the main restaurant site, or is that the property that want to purchase today?
There are two pieces of property that are there circled in red, so that is the whole parcel. Or I'm sorry, it's both parcels of land. So the one to the north that Kate's Pizza currently owns and one to the south that SPV currently owns. Here's the first part of the process. This is the split that will happen. So this is the 1 acre or just over an acre that they would like to obtain. This is the piece that SPV currently owns.
The part that's outlined in the dark black is the parcel that they want to purchase tonight.
Yep, that one hasn't been created yet because the split has not been approved.
Okay, and so the, right below that is where what they already have. Is that right?
Right above.
Right up, oh, okay, right above that. Okay, and so below that is a total other property?
Yep, that's the SPV property. And then this next portion is the combination that will happen with this process. So this is them totally combined. So this outlined parcel will be everything that Kate's Pizza owns. Planning and zoning guidance. Section 1111.21 of the Clayton Zoning Code addresses planned development districts, or PDDs. Section 1111.21.p details the steps and processes for a plan modification for a PDD. Subsection 1 states, because of the difficulty in being able to supply precise data at the time of approval of the final development plan, it may be necessary to make certain modifications to the final development plan at a later date. Subsection 2 states modification to the final development plan shall not deter from the general intent and purpose as originally approved by City Council. No modifications, unless approved by City Council, shall be approved that will increase density or intensity, decrease parking and loading areas, and reduce usable open space or reduce distance between structures and the perimeter property lines. Staff recommendation. The proposed request meets all the requirements of a planned development modification found in section 1111.21.p.2. Specifically, the proposed use will not increase density or intensity of the community when compared to the originally approved plan. In comparison to the originally approved plan, the proposed use will decrease the density and intensity of the land as a result of the request. The proposed use will not decrease parking and/or loading areas of the overall development. In comparison to the originally approved plan, the proposed parking and loading areas will neither increase nor decrease as a result of the request. The applicant will be required to submit stormwater plans, which will be reviewed and approved by the city's contracted engineering department. The applicant has already submitted a first round of stormwater plans and received comments from the city's contracted engineering department. The applicant is continuing to work with the engineering department on the stormwater plans. The applicant will be required to conform with all applicable landscape requirements found in the Village of North Clayton's Development Standards Notebook. Staff recommends that plan modification application be approved as submitted. The proposed plan modification of the Village of North Clayton Plan Development District included with Ferguson Construction's application will have no impact on the most recent modification approval and has no impact on the overall safety, traffic, and stormwater functions of the neighborhood. And that's all.
Just to be clear, we're voting essentially on the expansion of the project from 3.8 acres to 4.8 acres, not the merger and the division. That's an administrative minor subdivision plan.
Correct.
We're just, the exact same application, but back on 4 acres instead of 3 acres.
Ellen, thank you. Thank you. Well done. Jeff from Ferguson, did you want to make any presentation or have anything to add?
Hello, I'm Jeff King with Vice President of Ferguson Construction, 825 South Ludlow. I guess I want to explain how we got to where we are. We've been working with them for about a year and a half and just had a fabulous time. Quite frankly, it's one of our favorite customers that we've had in forever. And we worked with them, and our survey crew went out there, and our design team, let's just say there was a miscommunication of where the property line was. So we've worked with them on their dreams and aspirations for expansion, and let's just say a very pleasant year working with them. And it was determined that our property line location that let's just say what we thought we had was not correct. So in order to not modify what we've done for a year and a half and to allow them to cost effectively expand their business in the next year or two to allow for banquets, we, unbeknownst to them, reached out and purchased the property. We want them to succeed. We told them a couple weeks later that we went ahead and acquired the property. We're going to gift it to them. And we're really excited for their success. So it's the first time I've ever done this as far as buying property and giving it to someone else, but we really want them to succeed. They're fabulous people, and that's kind of how we are where we are today. Any questions?
This expansion was talked about at the initial application, right?
Yes.
And so we were already anticipating the move.
And if we wouldn't have acquired the property, they would have had to have additional parking to the north, which would have made them go across the creek area. It would have been very expensive to provide additional parking. So that's why one of the reasons we decided to do what we did.
So did you just buy that strip right there
Yeah,
from
actually, they weren't the most interested in selling, but we pulled some favors, and they just wanted to sell us an acre. We really wanted a little bit more, but we were able to, I think, meet their needs with just acquiring an acre. So as soon as you approve the lot split, then we can close on the land and then go forward.
Any further questions from the commission? Okay. That's, by the way, that's really nice that you did that.
You want to do it again? I can find some property.
Do we ask for a motion to, or Jeff? No, okay.
No questions?
Any other questions by the commission? I'll ask for a motion to open the floor to public comment.
I'll move to open the floor.
Second.
Okay. It's been properly motioned and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all opposed? Okay. Anybody else like to comment? No? Okay. Elizabeth, you good? Okay, 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 cool, good, all right, all right, thank you. I will make a motion, or ask for a motion to close the floor to public comment.
I move that we close the floor to public comments.
Second.
Been properly motioned and seconded. All those in favor to close the floor to public comment?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Okay, motion carries. And if there's, since there's no public comments, we will move on to any further discussion among the commission members. For a motion to recommend approval, approval with conditions, or disapproval to the request.
I'll move to approve the proposed subdivision plan development modification submitted by Ferguson Construction.
I second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any further comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was good. I'll ask for a motion to close the meeting.
I move that we close the meeting of the Planning Commission.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried.